Hello, my name is Dominic Spence. I am here with Conroy Halcrow and Keith Shea Masters. Both you've probably seen on social media before. They recently posted fun facts on our socials, and today we are actually going to be interviewing Ken Biggity. How are you doing?
Hi, Tansy. Midoyan. I'm doing good.
Yeah, that's good. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we begin?
All right. Neither one. I still retain my language. I am from Pagirawagan, Manitoba, and my mom's still alive. My dad passed away quite a while back,
Sorry.
and but he was a fun-loving guy. He had a million stories. That's where I learned to pick up my stories. And that's where I'm from, Pagirawagan, Manitoba, which is right along the Mississippi River, we call it. So you either go upriver, downriver, you have to go through Pagirawagan, a fishing place, a beautiful place. That's where I'm from.
All right. So before we get into the questions, I'll just let you know that I'll answer the first thirds of our questions first. Then we'll go Conroy, and then Keisha will ask the last ones. Who are you?
Right there. Are you going to ask me any questions? Because I'm the star here. You must not this to me. Hey, don't say that, man. Oh, don't get shy. So myself, me, like Keith. Okay, take your time. Go stay over there. All right.
Okay then. So, all right. So since you and I forgot
The
your
chief.
name already. So the chief. All right.
Yeah,
so how long
how
long have you and the chief been working together?
we with my brothers, we started in 2016 just by coincidence. It was during Christmas in Pagirawagan. The staff at Mikawi Health Authority had to do a Christmas play, like every department had to do a Christmas play. So the staff said there's about 15 staff, and they said we can't do the play. We got to go to the paw for Christmas shopping, and we got to come back because it's 2 nights in the paw. Then they come back. I said, don't worry about it. So I went around. I said, I'll videotape everybody singing, and then I'll put a movie on. And then I went around and I saw the puppet at Public Health, and I said, can I borrow that? Went up to Danny, who's my younger brother, who was security. I threw him the puppet. Hey, let's go around. Let's interview some people, put a movie together. And he looks at it and goes, okay, what's the voice? What's the voice? What's the voice? What's the voice? That's the voice. And that's it. And we started videotaping. And that became the staple. And the first movie we did was about health. And the one that started climbing so on the social ladder on Facebook was about the condoms, the blueberry condoms. And then it slowly just crept up. So that's how we did our first.
Next question. Did you want to do anything else before puppeteering? Like, did you have any hobbies?
No, I just wanted to be a puppet. I was born a puppet. What kind of question is that? Yeah, you're always a puppet. What's the question? What kind of question is that? I'm a puppet. Yeah, when did you want to be a puppet? I was born a puppet. All right, calm down, man. Calm down.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
I think we got the message loud and clear. So,
well, but initially, what I did was my brother did it, and I went to my other brother, and then I became the camera person. And I had tried to be a puppeteer. Then he said, "You want to be a puppeteer or a camera person?" So I said, "Okay, I'll be the cameraman, producer." And we would have all these hand signals like wind up, cut off. And then I, as I was videotaping in an audience, I'd look at other people and I'd say, "Can we videotape you?" And they'd give me a thumbs up or a nod. And then I'd shove my brothers to the next person. So I was kind of like the producer, kind of looking for the okays from people. And then that's how we did it. So we went to conferences, but we didn't go all right away. Our first conference invite was in 2017, 18, around there. I'm not quite sure. 2018, we pulled up into McDonald's. We ordered neck bones and Ichiban on the, where you order when you pull up. And then we posted that, and it just went viral.
Wow. Quite the story. Cool. Very cool. So that kind of leads up to the next question. Like, were you directly inspired by your brothers to like start puppeteering, or was I like someone else?
Well, we grew up, me and my brothers, we grew up with just CBC, right? So whatever we saw on CBC, of course, you mimic whatever you see on television. one channel. We grew up with one channel, black and white TV. So, and most of the time it was Walt Disney. So we saw cartoons. Of course, we saw Sesame Street, and we grew up with Fraggle Rock. So we saw those, and then we did a lot of ad libbing when we played. Like we would narrate a story playing in the bush, and of course we when you play in the bush, it's either Robin Hood. We made our bow and arrows, and or if it was Cowboys and Indians, we fashioned, or sword fighting, we made shields, and you know, the whole thing. So we acted out a lot of our things like it was like a stage festival for us. So we did a lot of ad-libbing in Cree and in English, mostly in Cree. So when the puppets came along, like it was just natural for us to just to ad-lib, like that's what we did. So I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, I answered the question really well. Thank you. Thank you. This is kind of not one of the questions we had, but since it kind of burst into my mind quickly, which language did you find easier to like learn? Was it Cree or English?
What language did you speak, boy? Cree, of course. Cree, Nihilo. I was born at Cree, Nihilo. Nihilo. That's my language. But I learned English. But Nihilo. Yeah, did you spoke Cree? This is how you say yes in Cree. Funny guy.
Been doing this for many years now. So that's going to be enough from me for now. So Conroy or Quiche, which one of you want to go next?
I'll go next.
I'll sit back for now.
Okay.
So you take the spotlight.
All right. What is a typical work day or work week like for you with your puppet?
Last week we did a Zoom with 3D6 with Big River Cree, and prior to that, I had another Zoom event with the not Kanawagi, the Hund. It's Mohawks. It's Anishinaabe and the Hundan. There's Kanawagi, Kanasadagi. There's I forget there's a specific Mohawk, but there were 750 students. So it was a cultural exchange on Earth Day. And then prior to that, we had a Zoom event for people in isolation. So we've been doing a lot of Zoom events. We also post on Facebook during COVID for the last year. I've been doing a lot of stuff on. Sorry, I just got a call there. It kind of blipped out. So we did a lot of stuff on Facebook because we have 5 Facebook pages and 1 YouTube page. So I keep it very active. And I've been telling people to wear a mask, not me. This guy.
Not cheap.
I've been saying all that stuff now. This guy, gee, what's that answer me like? Yeah, I've been busy. I go to sleep a puppet. I wake up a puppet. I'm always a puppet. I'm always busy during the week. Gee whiz. So anyway, that I do my crow. I fix my crow feather. So and then this guy puts me in a bag and puts me away. I say, hey, wake up. I say, wake up. And then I went scattered and I get to work. So I'm always working. I'm always a puppet. I never
Very
rest.
busy puppet, eh?
Well, of course, they call me the chief.
The chief, you got to take care of everything.
Well, of course. I'll send geese your way, but you got to shoot them down yourself because I can't do all this for you. You got to shoot them yourself. Okay, ask this guy a question. Okay, I can ask a question. So anyways.
Okay. Yeah, I'll answer. Next question. How many people are you in contact with, like daily? Are you like with big names?
The big names nationally. For example, I got an email 2 days ago from the associate producer of Sesame Street.
Oh, Sesame
and during
Street.
it's where they invite either Buffy Sainte Marie or an Aboriginal group, so they're associate producer for the Aboriginal section. So we got an email contact from them, and also we've had a CBC documentary, and we also we're up in Up Here magazine, which is up in Yellowknife. We were on CBC and 2 CBC shows, radio shows. We were on APTN as well too. We're in Folklorama. We were in a concert with the Keys and Cree with Thompson Highway, which is a native playwright. So we've been, and also the national uh, for residential school survivors. We're in a national conference. We're with RCMP conference, we're school conference, we're Hawasis, we're all kinds of conferences in Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and in Alberta, and up in Yellowknife for languages conference. So for the last 3 years, we've been doing conferences, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and we were up almost in Ontario. Prior to COVID hit, we canceled 5 shows, and we were slated to be in Ottawa for a national conference, a national nurses conference as well too. We did. So I do the puppeteering, but I also MC. So me and my 3 brothers, we're the ones that we do our events together. So I'm one part, and then my other brothers, I pick them up when we go on a big conference trip. So we've been busy, of course, with contacts with tribal councils, MKO, AMC, the Prince Albert Grand Council. So a lot of big names and big stages, also the National Association of Nurses. So we've been pretty busy with big events prior to COVID. So after COVID, it's Zoom. And again, it's a lot of classrooms with Finism, with First Nations, Indigenous, health. So, and Kuwait and Tribal Council, of course.
Okay, and I got another question now. What is your audience like? Is it like little kids or just like everyone in general? Anyone?
Everybody.
Anyone? Cool.
Everybody. We've done shows with East Indian. My buddy Vikas is a taxi driver. So, hey Vikas, let me get into a bit take with you. And of course, okay, my friend. I said, use your thick accent, So he said, okay. And then we had a good laugh. So our audiences are also with leaders, kids, Indigenous, non-Indigenous. We've had when we were in Yellowknife, we had people from Japan. We were singing in front of them. Our audience is from United States. Our fan base, our people we add are from United States, France, Kenya, and right across Turtle Island, Northeast, both Dene and Ojibwe, Crees, all the way to British Columbia, to the East Coast, to the West Coast, and all the way up into Yellowknife and to Nunavut. So we have a huge following.
Okay, and how does that make you feel? Like, are you glad, grateful you have such a big audience?
When we say a big audience, me and my brothers, if I had a big audience, like if I'd be too shy. The way I am is I meet a lot of people. I've known a lot of people. I try and meet a lot of people. So it's in my nature to try and meet as many people. So throughout my life, I've always done this. So the more people I meet is just me. I don't say, well, met a lot of people and I get this big head. It's in our nature, both me and my brothers, to be kind and to meet as many people as possible. So, but my brother Danny is a little different. Like he'll focus in and kind of, for me, I feel more comfortable meeting people and talking to people. So I feel comfortable that way. So it's not uncommon for me to have, even with kids.
Okay.
If I'm in Thompson, I go through Walmart and I said, aren't you that guy? Or I'm going somewhere, aren't you that guy? And I go, yeah. And then we always carry our puppets when we travel. So we have these spontaneous events or stuff where people say, I have my camera, and we do. And I say, yeah, we'll do a quick thing for you. And say to your daughter, grandkids, stuff like that, happy birthday, whatever. So,
okay.
So we meet. So it's Autu Timwan, it's called. We're taught Autu Timwan, meaning to find relations and to find friends because in life you have to go to Timwan. You'll never get stuck if you follow that law, I guess that sacred law, Aboriginal law, where you try and have as many friends as possible to meet people. When you meet people, if you say your name, where your parents are from, and you greet people, greet elders, stuff like that, your name goes far because it's by word of mouth. And so it's good that way. So
yeah,
we maintain a part. So we maintain that kind of persona. So even kids, one time with Victoria, my late brother Russell was still alive. I said, there's a puppet, I know him. And Russell was just walking. Hey, do your puppet voice. And then Russell does his puppet voice and all the kids are like, I told you, I knew him. And then it was a great moment just to observe, right? So that's the puppet. No, that's not the puppet. So
Let's go.
I got a
All right.
question for the chief, actually.
hey, I got a question for you, not you. Well, don't say that, boy. Okay, gee, let's don't get upset. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me check you. Do I look good? Good.
Yes.
It's okay.
great.
So what's
Okay.
the question? What's the question?
That's it, chief.
Oh, my answer.
Does the chief have any snags?
You want some secrets? I ain't going to give you none, boy. You're too
Come on,
small.
I need some. Oh,
So you know what you do when you go to reserve? You
what?
put KFC grease all over you. This boy, that's the reserve scent, boy. Holy smokes.
KFC grease. Another one here.
Okay.
What does the chief like to do when he's not entertaining people?
Well, I exercise. I do my levitation exercises. So I
Jeez.
levitate. I do all these things here in here. I make my crow headdress. You know, I have a crow headdress.
I didn't know that. Nope.
Yeah, do you drink Pepsi? Do you eat pizza and stuff like that? Huh? Well, if you
Yes,
eat
I do.
chips and stuff like that, well,
Yes, I
you're a
do.
crow. You're a crow. You eat garbage. You're a crow. You're a garbage eater.
Come on, chief.
Well, that's why I have a crow headdress, because I know these things. I know these
Cool.
things.
Thank you.
Took quite the turn.
Okay,
All right.
don't saying that. Don't saying that. So anyway, what's the next question?
Actually, I'm gonna pass it on to Kishay so you can talk to her.
Okay. All
Thanks,
right.
chief.
Anyway, shit.
Last but not least.
All right. One of my question is, what impact do you think you've made just by doing these shows that you do, the puppet shows?
What kind of impact do you? What kind of impact? All over the world, I make an impact. Do you? What kind of impact? Look at me, do you? I'm a star. Yeah, kids, kids talk to me more. Look at this. Hey, Tommy, get over here. Hey, don't say that. See? They'd rather talk to you than this guy. That's not true. Sorry. So anyway, kids, they rather listen to me because they pay more attention to a puppet. I'm serious. If I say, "Oh, smokes, it's okay to cry," yeah, and then they say, and they look at me, and then they say, "Oh, it's okay to cry, pray to Creator and stuff like that." And if you don't carry anger, so anyway, I've had a huge impact. I've been on CBC, I've been on Up Your Magazine, I've been on Ontario, what's that? First People's Voices, a show. So on CBC and APTN, I've been all over. But this guy always puts me in a bag. I'm sorry I put you in a bag. I won't do that. Okay, you better not. So anyway, I travel in a bag, a suitcase sometimes. What's your next question?
How long have you been in the spotlight, Chief? Like, how long have you been doing your shows?
Hold on, there's a spotlight. Look at that. I'm in a spotlight right now. That's a little bit of humor. That's 2018, and I've been on Facebook, 5 Facebook pages, and on YouTube. So I've been on a spotlight. So for me myself, there's other puppets. There's Marcel and the Trapper, and there's also one guy in Winnipeg. So he's over there too. There's four puppets. There's 4. But for me, I'm on a spotlight because I do my own things. I don't wait around. So anyway, how you think stuff like that? You're in Zoom. They call it like Zoom. Okay, what's the next question?
What do you like the most about the shows?
Looking at myself. I'm not kidding. I'm just kidding. That's a little bit of humor. Watching kids laugh, even old people. The old people, they laugh too. So I'll teach you a 3 word. Say what?
Wow.
Sa,
Sa,
ha,
ah,
pe,
be,
ing,
be.
ing.
Oh, eh.
Okay, say wa. A little louder and faster. Say wa,
Wa,
sa,
sa,
ha,
ha,
pe,
eh.
ing.
Hey.
Okay, I'll say it for you. What's happening?
Oh, what?
What's happening?
What's
What's happening? That's tagas. So anyways, we make people laugh. That's the best thing. When we say, I'll teach you a Cree word. Wa, ta, ha. But they know they're saying what's happening. What's tagas. So those are okay. So just a laughter, holy smoke laughter with boys, girls, both Aboriginal, non-Aboriginal. You say laughter, and then that's the best thing. Holy smoke.
What what's one of the most memorable show you've done? Or like TV,
Oh.
like website you've been on?
Oh,
TV.
Gee, there's so many. The one that with the RCMP where we had like in Pine House, that had like tens of thousands and thousands of views with the RCMP. We did that show, so there's a lot of memorable ones with old people where they laugh like this. So there's a lot of memorable ones where old people can't even talk like this. And then some of them are just crying because they can't talk. Others are just holding their stomach and their ribs and say, are you laughing so hard? So, it's so many memorable ones where people are just laughing. So that's do you have any questions for this dummy? Hey, don't say that. Oh, gee, get some shit. Watch this. Hey, dummy. Hey, okay, what?
How do you come up with their stories? Like, is it like a team effort, or like is it like stories that have been like passed down?
For me, or do you want to ask this dummy? I'm just kidding.
I want.
Okay. I'll answer that one.
All right.
Go ahead. So one of the things what we do, nihidoan, eh? So nihidoan, I speak my language, I can understand Korean. Elders will know if you have a good ear. So many times you'll say, don't go out with him, but I love him. I want to go. And then you'll still go see him and say, don't go out with him, don't do that. You won't listen. So it gets to the point where elders know that you have a good ear. So I have a good ear to listen. And a lot of the stories that I get are legends. At Chumuina, Ahasta Stein, like that's what stories are from one person 100 years ago at Chimut. And then it tells the other person, Ahasta Stein, where you move stuff, Ahasta Stein, take this, put it over here. So stories are like that. So I've heard stories that are 100 years old. Many are legends, many are mythology, and a lot of it is humor. So a lot of elders tell us stories that are based in humor, and we've been doing it well before I've gotten into this puppet. I visit a lot of elders, and I've sat for maybe 2 hours with an elder, and it seems like 15 minutes because they take your heart or your soul and they'll play with it, and you just get captivated, just like a good movie, and then you're just sitting there. So I've been doing that for quite some time. So I'm able to jump from story to story. I never get caught off guard. I always have something good to say, so with story-wise, with myself or with my puppet.
And my last question is, what advice would you give someone that's just starting up with puppeteering?
With puppeteering or with anything, it's with anything. And anything that you do, make sure it makes you happy. If it makes you happy, you'll do it anytime. You'll do it anytime, anywhere. Aside from puppeteering, I like doing yoga. So I was just before this interview, I was doing my yoga. So, and I post it, and then what you see on my Facebook page is what I do. So if you want to start into puppeteering, be the puppet. When we went to the World Puppet Conference, a lot of puppeteers had a different character for their puppet or their act. It was totally separate. When they saw us, the puppets were us. Mine is the chief because I have a political science major from the University of Winnipeg, so I know everything. So I'm the oldest brother too, so they call me the chief, and the other two are my younger brothers, and they have your unique set of characteristics that is them. Danny, for example, is a single guy, so his puppet will say, "Who wants a hickey? Who wants a hickey?" So his puppet will say that, I'm single, like that, right? So, and Kelsey is he was in a coma, So his name is Trapper, and Misil is a medicine guy. So when he has very vivid dreams because he went to a coma and he went to the other side, I mean the spirit world, and he came back. So people who experience that kind of traumatic event are able to have very vivid dreams, or they're not supposed to see the other side. So Kelsey is that kind of person, very spiritual, very deep, very, his character is his character, his personality. So be your personality in what you do.
That's really cool. And does the chief have any friends around that could come say hey or no?
A lot of times, the puppets are more popular. We said, "Hey, I want to take a picture with you," and then and then I'll say, "Me," and then I'll say, "No, me. They want a picture of me." And then I say, "Yeah, picture of me? No." I said, "Can I kiss the puppet?" And I said, I get all excited. Oh, like, look, I'm getting a kiss, and I kiss him. Like, yeah, right? This guy gets shy and jealous. I don't get jealous. Yes, you do. Yeah, I'm more popular, more popular. Eh.
Oh, yeah. Also, I was wondering who designed like the puppets' clothes and like clothing. It's really, I like it.
Okay, these are my Nikes. See, my Nikes. Made out of moose. And then the jacket is a dene. So we have a dene designer jacket with beadwork. And then this shoe is actually my son's little wraparound. So this is actually his. And the headdress I made, my sister gave me this, and I designed the crow headdress with chicken feathers. So it's a crow, and then some guys will get and girls will get dumped, so they're garbage too. That's kidding. That's kidding. It's just a joke. Just a joke. That's like when you eat garbage Pepsi. So that's my crow headdress. I know these things. So anyways, and then we're constantly practicing, constantly trying to be around ventriloquist. So that's what I do. So I'm constantly posting on Facebook as well to perfecting the craft and stuff. So, and it's all about humor. It's all about having fun. So if you're having fun, it comes out in the puppet. And then I sing. There's different kinds of songs. Everybody loves different songs. So my puppet will do karaoke, whether it'll be Hank Williams, Merle Haggard, or Bannock Bottom Jeans, Moccasins with the Fur. The whole reserve was looking at her. And then I say, well, the black guy stole my song when I was in the United States, right? So I make these stuff up. Or if I say I was talking in Korean, this old Hank Williams guy, like after said, "Hey, Matt, and then Hank said, "Why are you crying there, young man?" I said, "My girlfriend loves me." And the next thing and then he's like, "Why don't you love me like you used to do? How come you took me like a worn out shoe?" Like that, see? I said, Bannock Bottom Jeans, Moccasins with the Fur. Yeah. The whole reserve was looking at her, and then she went to bingo. Oh. Yeah, I'm a good singer. So I use music with the puppet. So when I do COVID or to get a needle, my hook is humor. So I don't say get a needle, wear a mask. Do that. It gets too much. So when my puppet says it, people listen because it has a hook in it. It has a humorous hook to it, and that's what elders that have taught me is if they want to get your ear, they have to tickle your ear first with a good story. Then you listen. So if they say, "Don't go out with that guy, don't go out with that girl," you'll still go out and do it. But if they have a humorous way of telling you, then they get to your ear, then you listen. So, all right.
All right, that's all the questions I have. Unless Connor or Dom has any other ones they thought of.
I got one here again for the chief.
Okay, hold on. Pleasure. So anyway,
Okay, does the chief want to share a story he has with us? Has for us?
Yeah. Oh yes. Do you know that geese have different languages?
They do.
You know, not all. Of course, some land in Winnipeg, some land over there in east side of Winnipeg, and some land here in Thompson, some land way up in Denny, and then all the way to Nunavut. Do you know what they say?
What do they say?
The ones that land in Winnipeg, they say, Ani, 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 Ani. That's a Tibway for hello. Ani, 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 like that. And in Island Lake, the OG Cree, they say, Bidlan, 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 Bidlan. And the Cree, they say, Dutchy, Dutchy, Dutchy. And then the Dene, they say, Mighty, 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 Mighty. And then the Inuit, it's like, Bugaluk, Bugaluk, Bugaluk. But I'm not teasing that. I'm not teasing them. We'll have none of it. You'll get it. None of it.
Yeah.
What's that? So, it's geese, they speak different languages. And that's what I know, because I am like chief, because I know these things. So anyways, and I also tell people to wear a mask. And then, I'm sure you want to give your girlfriend a hickey in the future. I know these things. And then you can't do that till you tell people to go get your needles, 2 of them. So 18 and up, they can go get your needles and you can give your hickeys in the fall. And you can suck in her neck. Geez, man, I was here. Oh, gee, what's you guys? I don't know what's wrong with you young people. Or a Facebook marriage. Yeah, Facebook marriage. That's a distant marriage. Yeah, Facebook marriage. Yeah. You really want to get married? Go get a bloody needle. What's that? And wear a mask so this sickness will go away so you can actually get married and hold hands and they say, I love you so much. Take it easy, go to school, get a degree, and then you can shop for her in the future. So anyway, that's what I gotta say.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Go ahead.
The chief single? I have a friend asking.
Holy smokes! Now look, I have 5 cabins and I have 2 dog teams. I have the fastest dog team in all of northern Manitoba. I'm serious. Yepper. Of course I'm a single. What's that? But I have 1 cabin over there far in the bushes. And then if you go with me, I have a fur jacket, a lynx jacket, a mink jacket. This is what I'll do for them, a mink jacket. All right, any other questions?
Not for me.
No, I don't have any more.
Okay, thank you very much. And then you guys are doing an awesome job. Keep it up. And then, tell your friends to go get a needle or wear a mask and stuff like that. And tell your parents and grandparents and over and over and over. That's how you say Achimo. You have to tell them. Go get a needle.
Should I tell them to give hickeys too after they get the needles?
What? Not yet. Relax. Gee, let's go to school. Hang on a sec. I'm going to take the escalator down.
All right. There he goes. Well, that's about it. One of the main reasons we decided to invite you in the first place was because we heard many great things about you. And we all seem to have the same goal in mind, just helping out people, making others happy, follow whatever dreams, hopes, whatever they have. Seems like we're all going on the right direction. So yeah, thanks again.
Thank you guys for inviting me.
You're welcome.
Anything else you want to say before we head off?
I had a wonderful time. You guys are doing a great job and wonderful what you guys are doing. And hopefully our message gets across. I go say, now.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice day.
You guys too.
Bye-bye.